Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Caves of Qud, shall we? Kuro, good evening, my friend. Oh, you were watching Vampire Survivors? Up to episode 12, huh? Very good, my friend, very good. That game is absolutely fantastic. I'm getting further and further, trying to survive a little bit. Grim, good evening. I know, Kuro, we are getting closer, aren't we? Alright, so our character in this game is a mental-based mutant working on a kind of murder mystery quest, the last I recall. We're up to level 11 here, and we're loaded with money if we need it, and looking to just kind of explore, do some quests. Now, if I look at our quests... Okay, Kuro. Thanks for letting me know, my friend. Do you have a new job starting tomorrow? Either way, I hope you have a pleasant slumber. So, this, let's see, our quests are we could travel to the historical site of Narquem Rod. Always fun there. Narquem Rod, I enjoy it a lot. Hey, dog eating bread. Hello, my friend. Good evening. A test for a new job? All right, Kuro. Congrats, my friend. I wish you the best of luck. Visit the Trashes of Inlep is another quest where I can travel to the historical site of the Trashes of Inlep. That sounds like a beautiful place. More than a willing spirit. Alright, so they want us to go to Golgotha, which I've not really... The only time that I've ever taken a character to Golgotha, I died. It's a difficult place. Okay, and then, let's see, here we go. So Kith and Kin is the quest that I'm working on right now. So we can discover all the evidence that might lead to the thief. We need to brief Warden Nilahind, and we need to accuse the Warden with evidence and accuse the thief that took Kindrish. Oh, wow. Okay, Kuro. Well, thank you for explaining. I really hope you get it, my friend. Yeah, I feel you. The time change can be brutal with the different zones, so I totally understand, my friend. Alright, so let's talk to some people. Kendra, the moment of your time. You seek to solve a mystery here in the village, yes? This is Angohind? People, I did. I commented on it, my friend. It was Sam and Max music, and it was very like bebop swing kind of music, and it reminded me of the Cowboy Bebop music. Upbeat jazz. I liked it. Alright. Yes, we're here about the mystery. How did you know all that? I hoped you would ask. I closely studied the works of the great bard Willow Shakespeare. In particular, I am most fond of the stories of the great plant detective Hemlock Cones. I think I talked to this guy about Hemlock Cones before, but I want to just refresh my memory. Through these stories, I've learned to hone my perceptions and deductive skill. That's right, he wants to help me. Alright, so he wants to try to give me some help. So I'm going to say I'm listening. You won't regret this, Kindred, I promise, so let's go for it. Every mystery hinges on the detection and interpretation of evidence. As Hemlock Cones said, ere any prosecution can commence, accusers must obtain some evidence. Indeed, the solving lies in seeing and locating supporting clues as well as implicating. Let's see... So let's run down the questions. How do I find evidence? I did find some evidence, actually. I found a pretty good amount of evidence, but not enough to, like, be 100%. Though evidence you found upon the ground may yet be sound, if it will be sufficient as a toss-up, examine all your suspects and their homes and all around and find a witness who may dish the gossip. You can find evidence by looking at things on the ground, but you can also look at your suspects to see if there's anything off about them. You can also ask around and see if anyone has seen or heard anything strange, and different witnesses may have different things to report. Good, good. Alex, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. What about supporting evidence? Supporting evidence can be any sign that something is amiss that you can't directly tie to an individual. One common example is a blood stain, which indicates that violence was committed but doesn't tell you by whom. At its heart, supporting evidence is most powerful when paired with implicating evidence. Once you have both, you'll be in a good position to accuse a suspect of wrongdoing. What about implicating evidence? It's what it sounds like, evidence that implicates someone's involvement in a crime. For example, if someone observed strange behavior in a person, or if you found something weird in a person's room, or even if you observed them behaving strangely yourself, that's implicating evidence. Most of the time, a piece of implicating evidence isn't proof of a crime in and of itself, but when presented alongside supporting evidence, you got it. All right. What if I find evidence for multiple suspects? As Professor Cohn said, we know the reach of the law, however long, is not the finest judge of right and wrong. Choose not what evidence thou wilt present ere its consequence is evident. In short, you must use your judgment and intuition. What if I choose the wrong person? That's always a risk. Neelahan knows everyone in the village very well. If you present supporting evidence that contradicts something the warden knows to be true about the suspect, well, she probably won't believe you. In fact, she might not let you accuse that person again, so be careful. Oh, okay. So this guy really explains the way that this quest unfolds, the murder mystery, and what we need to do, and how we should go about it. So if we do a really bad accusation, we're playing the game Clue here. We're going to lose. All right. So thank you for your help. So let's go look around. So I did find some evidence. And I don't know if I have it on me, but I know that I can look around, right? And let's do this. Let's observe people. Here stands a slight figure in a tailored vest, wire-rimmed lenses propped in front of curious blue eyes. Like all the other Fondren, this fawn on the cusp of manhood exudes a powerful curiosity. Unlike the other Fondren, his curiosity is tempered by poise and honed to a dagger's point by discipline. His brilliance is wasted here. Wow, so he's really smart. And he's got corrected vision, so he's got glasses. Now, I know that it was like a frame-up. What we have seen appears to be a frame-up. We found some evidence around people's homes, but let's look around even more. I know that there is... No, not resting until healed. There is a... Oh... There's something I can press that highlights... There we go. Everything on the ground. Okay. So... That highlights that. Let me look at this guy. This is Warland Neelahan, all lithe muscle and attentive vigilance. Neelahan becomes her occupation as the warden of Bela. She wears an adapted suit of plate armor, its folds draping over her strong flanks, but her brown eyes betray another truth. Inside the body of this stout warrior hides an anxious and fearful Fondren. Huh, interesting. Anxious and fearful. Alright. There's the wool. Tally marks on the bottom of the chest lid account for its contents. Huh. Interesting. It's the village stores. Okay. It's got how much food is there. Who we got over here? This is a scout. This is a water vine. This is Leehart. She's so small as to appear to be Fondren, but a closer inspection reveals that this Hindran is a fully grown runt tense like a coiled spring, but with a furtive gaze far more calculating than one expects from a child. She wears her hair in a pair of buns tied as tight as her nerves, and a leather apron wraps close over her torso. Her little hands, curled and twitching, are covered with the burns and cuts that mark her as an amateur tinker. Oh, wait a minute. We saw some tinkering. Interesting. I saw something that was tinkered. Let me talk to you. She stares at you for several quiet seconds. Live and drink. May I ask you some questions? ... You are not partial to talking. Correct. I'm trying to exonerate your sister. Can you help? Eskin didn't do it. That's all I know. I mind my business. You should too. Fair enough. Alright, so... I'm pretty sure... Let me see if I can find out more about this quest. So with this quest, basically, I know that I went to confront people and they were falsely accused of stealing this item. But that's all I really feel like I recall. Oh, here's the person. And she... Oh, that's right. She came back, and she's waiting for me to... She returned when I went to fetch her. The proud stance of this Hindran and the fire in her eyes immediately set her apart from her Servidian kinfolk. Those sharp green eyes peer out over the white-flecked reddish fur of her cheeks, and her split philtrum is the only deviation from the meticulously neutral straight lines of her lips. Save for the leather bracers on her arms, nothing she wears or wields is of Hindran make. Not the long, folded carbide blade in one hand, nor the emerald light dagger in the other. Not the scaly boots on all 4 feet, nor the chain hauberk draped over her chest. Fair enough. Let me talk to her. I have questions for you. Let's see. Who might have stolen it? The Hendrix is most... the Hindriarch is the most likely suspect, in my opinion. She might have kept it for herself or sold it. I've been suspicious of her pet bodyguard, Cixin, for years. I wouldn't put it past him to steal the treasure himself. That's right. So we were kind of determining that the Patriarch did it, or the Hindriarch, rather, did it themselves to retain power. That said, it might have been an outsider like you, but it wasn't Nilahind. You won't find a purer heart in all of Qud than hers. Where's your brother? I have no brother. My 2 sisters are the only family I can claim. Ke seems to believe otherwise. Ke believes that she gets the final say regarding who is a sister or brother, regardless of what the sibling in question thinks. That's part of why I left. Oh, interesting. This music is awesome, people. You should hear the desert music. It gets real crazy. May I ask further questions? What evidence should I look for? Objects out of place. Okay. Let's talk to them. They're bad liars. Okay. Why did you leave? Right, so she didn't like the rules, and you and the warden were close. We were more than close. Right. Alright, let's see. So this is the wet villager. Hilarious. Let's look around. Let's see. Anything else that we can find? Just kind of lying around. Let's look at the Hindriarch. Though time has wizened and weakened the Elder of Bela, still her gaze and voice are as strong as any Hindran in the hidden village. Stronger in truth, for hers is the final word on any matter pertaining to her people. In the name of tradition, she is Hindriarch. On the lips of her children, she is Grand Doe. To all the villagers of Bela, she is law. Alright, then. Fair enough. And what about you? Muscle and hide, a face fixed in an unthinking glare, and a weapon on his hip. His face fur aligns itself along the edges of his square-jawed scowl. You might feel guilty for thinking this Hindran a rank thug, were he not so clearly enamored of the role. Okay. And these are just regular chests. Wool, okay. So here's some of the stuff, like the quote evidence that I have found, and it was over here. So this was one piece, which is ripped leather bracer. The leather bracer phrase where it was ripped open, so there's that going on. And then this is a clay oven. Warmth radiates from the crackling fire of the thick clay oven. Okay. And let's see. We also found bracer. What is this? Is just a fire? All right. What's down here? What is this? Oh, this is the statue of a deer. Abandoned in a tucked-away hut on Baylaw's outskirts, this enormous statue of Hornsfell languishes under a layer of withered vegetation. It depicts a majestic deer with one hoof raised from the ground. Absolutely, people, you sure can. Its human-like eyes judging its surroundings and finding them wanting. The metal plaque on the base of the statue hasn't fared well over the centuries, and the only glyphs you can make out are K, R, S, and H. Look at it. Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, fine. Alright, let's see over here. Who are you? You're a villager. What about this? What's this? A table. Alright. I know I found more than that, though. I think there was like a stain of blood or something like that, wasn't there? A sign that says foodstuffs. I feel like I saw something else. Isahind. It's not merely the icy vapor trails from this Hindred's hands that make her stand out, nor is her fierce eyebrows or dark shoulder-length hair, her open arms or foreign-made tunic. Most striking about this Hindred trader is the fact that she directs a friendly smile at everyone, even an intruding outsider. A trader. Let's see. They have stuff to trade, but that's all they'll do is trade. They won't talk. Okay. How-do-do-do. Awesome, people. Thank you. Alright, here we go. Wait, is this it? No, that's not it. Alright, so we have the bracer that we found that got ripped off. Potential sign of foul play. Let me look around. Who are you again? You are the scout. Alright. Wait. Anxiety personified. Indeed. Alright. Are there more maps to this land? Doesn't look like it. Is there... No. That's cool, people. Jeez. Where might I find evidence? Alright, let's talk to some people. Who is this? This is... Oh, Mayahend. This lanky Hindran's thin frame seems even thinner. Wrapped as it is in elastine and wilting in an unassuming hunch, still her bright emerald eyes take in her surroundings with more insight than anxiety, and her fingers flicker a complex rhythm in the air as she stands idle. Her lightly furred face moves little, even as she speaks. Alright, let's talk to her. If you've nothing you need of me, I'd just as soon hold my peace. May I ask you questions? I was told that Eskin has a brother. Where is he? Mayhen casts a withering glare for an extended moment, then whirls and walks away quickly. Okay. Can I ask you questions about your family? What's to tell? We are outcasts, pushed to the margins by our people for the crime of harmless deviance. It's beyond perverse to call us back just so the Grando can punish us. Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's see who we got here. We got the scout. Alright. Let's talk to this guy. Who are you? I'm the protector. Can I ask you questions? You may not. Alright. Let's talk. I have questions. Why did you tell me that Eskin had a brother? If you ask the exile, I'm sure she'll spin some kind of accusation that I believe gender to be an immutable prison, that I impose it on others. She's lying. Our people have a long history of two gender hindran called heartened, respected, and consecrated. There is a proper path to gender variance in our society of which the male exile could have availed himself years ago. He never did, so I do not recognize him. Huh. Hey, fading. Good evening. Interesting. So, I'm not sure what's going on, right? With all of this stuff about brother, but now we're talking about that some of this species can be two genders. So that's confusing for this murder mystery. All right. Why was she exiled? She exiled herself. Our codes demand that no hindran who leaves ever return. Okay. Who's your bodyguard? All right, people. Awesome. Cixin is a good boy. He lost his parents long ago, but he's been like a son to me. Now his axe arm is strong where mine is not, so he lends it. Is Nilahind a good warden? Warden Nilahind attends to her duties admirably. She's not terribly assertive, but she need not be. I'm surprised she's going along with this outsider-led investigation, but she always had a soft spot for the exile. Okay, that's all. Alright, so let's talk to her more about it. I have questions. Alright. And no more information there. What about you? Can you talk to me? I have questions. Oh, I don't know who did it. What can you tell me about Hindriarch? Oh, that's right. So this is a big clue. She hates clutter from work and cleans up any mess she makes unless it's a spill, which she makes her bodyguard do. It's because she has a fear of standing pools of water, refusing to touch them. Copper and bronze afflict her with allergy sores, and she can't touch them. See, so that's important. Because there's a reason that that's important. I know I saw a spill somewhere. I feel like I saw more clues than just that one, but nothing else is showing up when I alt. Maybe there's more to it than that. Alright, so this is the questionable area, but they're leather bracers. I have questions. What about Eskind? She's a good person with convictions. She has an eye for detail. She hates watervine. And she avoids the patties and won't eat mats without broth. She's afraid of saltbacks. Interesting. She's good at foraging and terrible at crafting. Okay. What about Cixin? So he doesn't like yuck wheat. How does this help me? How does this help? Alright, let's look around. Do I need to break into people's chests? Do I have the authority to do that as investigator? Or am I going to get busted if I do something like that? These are the outskirts, okay. And you are a villager. Oh, there's stuff here, okay. What's this plant down here? What is this? Water vine. Well, I guess it's... I wonder why it shows up on the alt map as any different. Huh. Okay. Now let's just check the outskirts here, see if there's any more shenanigans to find out. A bridge. Alright. Where am I at now? I'm at the outskirts. Okay, so there's some villagers over here. Is everything I'm going to find inside of the town? These are bad guys. So that doesn't look like... You're famished. Alright, we're famished. I guess we eat something. Alright. I don't want to blow this, you know, this quest, really, but... I don't know if I know enough of what to do. Man, I'm getting hungry quickly. Let's make camp. Whip up a meal. I've eaten the meal. Okay. Well, we tried. All I can really find... there is mots in here, right? Let's see, can I talk to you, little one, again? Jeez. Alright, I can't open it. I can't look into it. Okay, so here's the evidence, right? I found a detached tongue on the ground, rotted with infection, a sign of recent illness. Okay, there's one thing that I found. So this is some of the evidence that I found. Fondren saw a merchant from outside the village sneaking around, indicating recent trade, and someone discarded a worn but still leather bracer on the path, a sign of recent craft. Okay. Signs of illness seemingly hidden from the village, but that can't be your only evidence, can it? There's no culprit. I found the village stores of Beilan untouched. Eskin must have traded something for her basics. Ah, okay. That's one thing to say. Theft by kindred is very common during an outbreak of disease like the ones the villagers described. They tell me that Cixin went quiet for a few weeks, only to become louder than ever again. Okay. I found an empty injector near the Hendriarch's bedroll. Why doesn't anyone know she was sick? I cannot bring myself to believe that the Grando would allow anyone to stumble upon her own severed tongue. She would surely burn it as soon as she saw it. Ah, okay, that was... Can't accuse them anymore.